Hi, I'm Jake Schaefer, and I've recently been hard at work leveraging Ovis Canadensis horn shapes for impact mitigation. As you can see in Figure 1, Ovis Canadensis, or more commonly known as bighorn sheep, have a beautiful helical pair of horns that are used by males to repeatedly collide with each other during mating season. Previous research has shown that these shapes actually allow for an oscillation at the tips, which helps to reduce brain cavity accelerations. Due to these elastic energy dissipative effects, my continuation of this research is motivated by the potential to develop an optimized ram horn shape that can be used to reduce the likelihood of traumatic brain injury in humans following any collision with the head. But before I'm able to design anything, I've been working on determining the extent to which horn-like shapes can actually reduce accelerations after impact. To do so, I have been creating a simulated drop test. The first part of that is me creating in CAD a horn-shaped impact design, as you can see in Figure 2A, where I have 5 horns surrounding an impactor. Basically, I'm designing this prototype in order to export it into finite element analysis. So once exported into Abacus, I've been meshing it and simulating the drop, as you can see in Figure 2B. And basically, I've been comparing the acceleration data between shapes with 5 horns and 2 horns and some other designs. Heading over to the results, you can see by these red vectors coming off the horn tips that there exists a pretty significant amount of velocity coming from the horn tips themselves that is perpendicular to the direction of the drop. More specifically, heading towards the table, you can see that there is actually a decrease in the maximum acceleration when comparing a shape with 2 horns versus 5. Basically, this helps to show that there is, number 1, medial lateral velocity seen at the horn tips, number 2, that energy is required to facilitate these oscillations, and then number 3, that the more oscillations there tends to be less max acceleration. So, being able to execute this property onto future designs could be a source of reducing the likelihood of concussions in humans. And that is where I would be heading in the future, where I attempt to actually do this test for real with a drop test, as you can see in Figure 5, and actually drop and compare shapes with horns and without horns to see if these horn shapes actually could be used in the real world in dissipating brain cavity accelerations. The authors would like to acknowledge the Cost of Healthcare Fund at Bucknell University for support.